Welcome to Discover Top 5, where we dig deep, uncover the truth, and bring you the most fascinating, jaw-dropping, and eye-opening lists on the planet. We are all about revealing the stories that shape our world, stories you won't find anywhere else. From hidden gems to hard truths, we're here to explore the 5 most incredible, mysterious, or shocking facts that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Every week, we dive into topics that spark curiosity, ignite conversation, and expand your perspective. Whether it's the unknown wonders of nature, the unexplained mysteries of our history, or the shocking truths behind modern society, we've got you covered. With Discover Top 5, you'll never look at the world the same way again. So, if you're ready for a wild ride through the best, the worst, and everything in between, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because the top 5 is just getting started, and trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next.
California is often seen as the land of opportunity, full of stunning beaches, luxury homes, and a booming economy. But look closer, and the reality is far more complicated. The state's homelessness crisis is at a staggering level, with over 187,000 people living in shelter. Surprisingly, many of them are working full-time, have children, or even hold college degrees. It's a shock to see a state with such immense wealth also struggling to provide affordable housing for its residents. The root causes? Sky-high rents in places like San Francisco, where median rent can hit $3,000 per month, and the inability of wages to keep pace with the cost of living. But the problem isn't just confined to major cities. Even small towns are being hit by the surge in homelessness. What's even more startling is the number of people leaving California due to these living conditions. With an economy that ranks among the largest in the world, how is it that the state can't seem to fix this issue? Is there hope for the future? Or is California a cautionary tale for the rest of the country? New York, home to Broadway, towering skyscrapers, and the American dream. But the reality for many New Yorkers is far less glamorous. In 2023 alone, homelessness surged by 18%, and the city now struggles to accommodate over 100,000 homeless individuals, including families, children, and the elderly. With rents skyrocketing and affordable housing near impossible to find, the city's shelter system is overwhelmed. But the crisis isn't limited to just New York City. Smaller towns in the state are also seeing an alarming rise in homelessness. New York has always been a place of wealth and opportunity. So how did it become a battleground for poverty and homelessness? And what happens when one of the most powerful cities in the world can't provide the basic necessities for its residents? Florida is known for its sunny weather, palm trees, and thriving tourism industry. It's the perfect destination for retirees, but for many, it's becoming a place of desperation. Florida is now grappling with an alarming rise in homelessness, particularly among seniors. Many elderly people, who thought they'd retire in comfort, are now living in cars, motels, or on the streets. With median rent in places like Miami well over $2,500 per month, it's impossible for seniors relying on Social Security to stay afloat. But it's not just older Americans suffering. Families with children are also struggling. Evictions are spiking in cities like Orlando and Tampa, and affordable housing is virtually non-existent. Even workers in the tourism industry, which fuels Florida's economy, can no longer afford to live where they work. The state's growth in tourism and development hasn't been matched by a corresponding increase in affordable housing. What happens when the state built on sun and sand becomes too expensive to survive and for those who keep it running? Washington is known for its lush forests, tech giants, and coffee culture, but the state is facing a serious homelessness issue that many don't know about. Seattle has seen a 20% increase in homelessness between 2022 and 2023. The streets are lined with tents, and entire neighborhoods are struggling to accommodate the homeless population. What's behind the rise? It's a perfect storm of soaring rent, limited affordable housing, and a shortage of mental health services. Even people earning a decent income, such as those making $70,000 a year, are finding it difficult to secure housing. But it's not just the cities. Rural areas are also struggling. Veterans and single mothers are some of the most affected groups. Winter temperatures in Washington can drop below freezing, and many homeless individuals are left without a warm place to sleep. The state has programs and shelters in place, but they're not enough to keep up with the ever-growing demand. Washington's innovation and wealth don't seem to be trickling down to solve the homelessness crisis. What happens when the state known for tech giants can't even house its own residents? Massachusetts is a state that prides itself on its prestigious universities, booming biotech sector, and rich history. But look beyond the gleaming campuses and you'll see a different story. In 2023, Massachusetts reported over 7,500 families living in emergency shelters, motels, or temporary housing. These are families, not individuals, many of whom are working parents doing everything right but still losing their homes. Boston's median rent has climbed to over $3,000 a month, making it nearly impossible for families to afford. On top of that, Massachusetts has seen a rise in migrant families seeking shelter, further overwhelming the state's already stretched resources. And let's not forget the brutal winters. For families without stable shelter, winter is not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. So, how does a state with some of the best hospitals and schools in the world end up with such a serious homelessness crisis? Hawaii is often seen as a paradise, a tropical island getaway with breathtaking views and warm weather. But for many locals, it's far from paradise. Hawaii has the highest homelessness rate per capita in the entire United States. For every 10,000 residents, about 45 are homeless. In 2023, the deadliest wildfire in over a century devastated Maui, displacing thousands of residents, many of whom were already on the brink of homelessness. While tourism in Hawaii has bounced back, the workers who make the industry run are being priced out of their homes. Median rent in Honolulu hovers around $2,600 per month, while the cost of living continues to rise. Locals are being pushed out of the very state they call home, and even the workers who service the tourism industry have nowhere to live. Hawaii's isolation makes the problem worse, and with limited land and resources, the crisis is only getting more dire. Illinois is home to Chicago, a city famous for its history, music, and food. But beneath the surface, Illinois is grappling with a homelessness crisis that continues to grow. In 2023, Chicago saw family homelessness rise by nearly 30%, and across the state, shelters are overwhelmed, with many families placed on years-long waiting lists for assistance. The crisis is not just limited to Chicago. Smaller towns across Illinois also seeing a rise in homelessness, driven by the decline of manufacturing jobs, stagnant wages, and the lack of affordable housing. The cold, harsh winters in Illinois make the situation even more dire, and for families living on the streets, even one night outside can be life-threatening. How has a state with so much cultural and economic history become a place where families struggle to stay warm and safe? Texas is known for its big cities, oil industry, and booming tech sector, but behind the prosperity lies a growing divide. Texas has one of the largest homeless populations in the country. In cities like Dallas and Houston, shelters are reporting record demand, and entire communities are living in tents and under bridges. The rising cost of living, combined with stagnant wages for many working-class Texans, is pushing more people into homelessness. But it's not just urban areas. Even rural parts of Texas are seeing skyrocketing rents and a shortage of affordable housing. The state's youth homelessness crisis is particularly concerning, with many young people aging out of foster care or fleeing unsafe environments. Texas is growing rapidly, but its infrastructure isn't keeping up, and the cracks in the system are widening. What happens when the state of opportunity becomes a place where so many are left behind? Oregon is known for its breathtaking landscapes, progressive values, and laid-back lifestyle. But behind the beauty, Oregon is facing one of the worst homelessness crises in the country. In 2023, nearly 70% of Oregon's homeless population was living unsheltered, many in tents or vehicles. Portland, once known for its creative energy, is now dealing with large encampment and overstretched services. So what's driving this crisis? A combination of rising rents, limited affordable housing, and a mental health system that hasn't kept up with the demand. Families are especially hard hit, with many living in shelters or motels. The cold, wet winters in Oregon make survival even harder for those without a permanent place to stay. How did a state known for its natural beauty become one of the hardest places to survive? Colorado is known for its snow-capped mountains, booming economy, and outdoor lifestyle. But even in this picturesque state, the cost of living is soaring, and many residents are being pushed out of their homes. In Denver, homelessness jumped by 31% between 2020 and 2023, and the average home price is now over $500,000.
Wow, we've just uncovered some incredible facts together, haven't we? From the shocking to the unexpected, I hope today's list opened your eyes to something new, something you didn't know, or maybe even something you never thought you'd see coming. But here's the thing, Discover Top 5 is all about exploring the world, learning the untold stories, and diving deep into the topics that make you think twice. There's so much more out there that we haven't even touched on yet, and trust me, we've only just scratched the surface. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to show some love with a like and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know what surprised you, what you found the most interesting, and what you want to see next. Your feedback helps shape the future of Discover Top 5, and we love hearing from you. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new list. Because at Discover Top 5, we're always uncovering something new, and you're going to want to be here for it. Thanks for watching, and remember, the world is full of surprises, and we're just getting started. See you in the next video, where we'll be bringing you another Top 5 that'll make you rethink everything.